Crosscom activated.
Hi, I'm Adrian Lacey, Coordinator for Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, and this is the introduction in our first installment of Development Diaries. The Crosscom device is driven by satellite technology. It has been developed by the US military to help positioning on the battlefield for soldiers. In Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, we've introduced this into the heads-up display. That's the HUD. This allows the players to have extra intel whilst fighting street to street in Mexico City. Crosscom is a revolutionary new feature to Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. It appears on the left-hand side of the HUD and allows the player to see what his other team members are seeing in real time. This is a first for Ghost Recon and allows the player more situational awareness on the battlefield. You are embodying the soldier of the future, and using unmanned air support drones, now you can actually fly over Mexico City and see what your enemy's up to before they even know you're coming.
Moving to position.
Let's go!
Acknowledge, Captain. Firing!
The Narcom is actually an extension of the Crosscom. It acts as a secondary window which allows the player to receive additional intel. Intel in the form of support forces or from other generals that aren't actually on the battlefield. You don't actually control the players in the Narcom. However, it does give you added resources in terms of intelligence, which will help you in your fight. The most impressive thing about the Narcom is actually the news flashes, because then you can actually see what's happening on the outside world and not just what's happening in front of you on the battlefield.
We've got visual on two-towed anti-tank batteries. They've locked our tanks up. Now setting a new objective, eliminate the two anti-tank batteries.
In terms of gameplay, the Crosscoms adds a whole new depth. Basically now you'll be able to see what your other players are seeing and cycle through them and get a bird's eye view of what they've got to see around in the next corner, what's waiting for them. It also allows you to see for the first time what unmanned support drones are seeing. This will give you added situational awareness on the battlefield and give you a huge advantage over other enemies. This is a very innovative new feature, and it really allows us to push the power of the Xbox 360.
APCs are en route, so we'll need you to provide clear passage. We need a hole, Captain.
One of the foundations of Ghost Recon is to recreate realism. The IWS gear is just another element that we've added into the game in order to give the player a little glimpse of what the future of US military combat is going to be like. In 2010, the US military will introduce the IWS system. We've reproduced it for you now, and now you're going to get a chance to have a play.
Future Force Warrior program was first introduced in Ghost Recon 2 as an integrated warfighter system. This was the mode that you played in Lone Wolf mode, when you went out alone and tackled enemies using new technology. All the systems that are being developed for the Future Force Warrior program are designed to make the soldiers have a clear advantage on the battlefield, and you're going to see this in the game. The things that make the soldiers more survivable, more lethal, more flexible, and have more situational awareness are going to translate into game elements that you're going to be able to play with. Now, the key things that you're going to have is intelligence. Intelligence wins the battle. If you know where your enemies are, you can destroy them. And this comes out in the different high-tech elements that you're going to be able to play with in Advanced Warfighter. The goal of the Future Force Warrior program is to make the soldiers more efficient, more survivable, and more lethal on tomorrow's battlefield. The first thing you're going to notice is the ballistic assault helmet with the integrated Crosscom monocle. Not only does this equipment provide protection for the soldier, but it has a suite of electronics to give him the latest intel in the battlefield arena.
In order to reproduce the integrated warfighter system, what we do is we actually put someone in the suit, we then put a series of points across his body, stick him in a circle, and then take a series of photographs. This allows us to create a cloud of points that we can then capture in 3D Max and reproduce the suit identically. The power of the Xbox 360 gives a whole new sense of realism and feeling of authenticity that the player has never encountered before. Get ready for the future of gaming. Get ready for Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Hi, in this installment of Development Diaries, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look on how we recreated Mexico City. One of the main reasons we chose Mexico City is because it's got huge diverse landscapes, which are very stimulating to the player. And And because of the power of the Xbox 360, now the player can feel the heat of the Mexican sun on his back while he's fighting street to street, through urban environments, through skyscrapers, and riding high up in a Black Hawk doing gun rides across Mexico City.
We chose Mexico City for a number of reasons. Firstly, it fitted perfectly in terms of our story, and the sheer size and intensity of the city itself gave us a huge scope graphically. A small team, including the art director and myself, spent several weeks in Mexico City taking detailed movies and thousands of photos as reference material for all the locations that are present in each of the missions in the game. This meant we could reproduce many aspects of the center, and most importantly, the essence of Mexico City itself. We crossed the city mainly by foot, visiting key locations such as Reforma, the historical center, and the business district, which gave us the opportunity to propose many different configurations to the player in terms of level design. In terms of gameplay, this allowed us to create a unique experience for the player, both visually and tactically, through panoramic gun rides across the city, as well progressive assaults on enemy objectives moving from street to street.
Kill confirmed.
Light 'em up!